Welcome to BleepinJeep. Today we're going to show you how to fix this, not temporarily, but permanently. You guys might remember the banana peel, so this is the TJ Jeep that we are peeling away. We're building this thing. One of the things that happened though on the first outing with this thing, we had a little mishap. And we got a hole in our tire. Today we're going to show you how to fix that permanently. This is not just a patch, this is not just a plug, but this is a permanent fix. So that fix is called vulcanizing. Typically you would go to a truck tire shop to do this, but Josh thinks he found a way to do this right here in your own garage.
I did find a way, and I went to eBay and found a vulcanizing machine.
So this vulcanizing machine is like, what did you say, 70 bucks?
70 bucks.
On eBay?
On eBay.
All right. So what else do you need besides this vulcanizing machine?
It comes with these feet, clamps, whatever you want to call them. You need some vulcanizing compound, vulcanizing cement. It's basically rubber cement, but it's specifically for vulcanizing.
Is this an AB or is this just a single compound?
It's just a single compound.
Okay. What else do we need?
You need rubber, and this is cushion gum. It's just raw rubber, rope rubber.
Do you need it in a sheet, so you get thin sheets of this stuff?
You get thin sheets of it. I think the rope rubber comes in like rope.
That's
so
interesting.
because you wind up cutting it into small strips.
Yeah. All right. And then these are just some tire tools here. We've got a sanding disc. We have this, which is to push down a patch. And then we have a patch. And then what are these for?
These you'll see later on, but they go right in there when you clamp to the tire because this rubber wants to stick to this real bad.
I assume that's not in the directions. You just found that easier.
I watched some YouTube videos and that was a recommended thing to do.
All right, so this, even though it's a tire vulcanizing machine, all it really is a heating pad with a clamp in between, correct?
Mm-hmm. Now your big shops, they put the whole tire into a big heating machine and heat the whole tire.
Like an oven.
Like a big oven, yeah. And they can do multiple tires at once.
So we're not going to heat the whole tire because that's a little ridiculous trying to do that at home. But we're going to take this thing off and give it a whirl. So let's do that. All right guys, so no matter how you do this, you're gonna have to get the tire off. So to do that, you can either take it to a tire shop or you can fight with it with a high lift jack. Put that on your bumper. Make sure you pop the bead. Take the air out first, of course, and then you're gonna get 3 tire spoons and start working that thing off. Oh, there it went.
Sweet. You guys that watch will know that we have a tire machine. We wanted to show you how this can be done without a tire machine. And if you want to see a funny video of him and Jeremy racing to do a tire manually, link down in the description. Give it a watch. It's funny. Said 3 minutes.
I've gotten older since then. I also need one more tire spin. Where is the other? We should have 3.
Well, I only know of 2.
There we go. I was just trying to grab too big of a chunk.
Look at that.
we got the plug out. You can see how big that hole is. It's big enough to put my finger through it. And now we've got to do a little bit of groundwork. What are you going to do, Josh?
So we need to grind this hole out a little bit, make it kind of a smooth bowl, and then basically kind of sand around the edges, grind around the edges. We want the lettering gone, any of these ridges gone, for a decent space, because we're going to come probably clear out around here with the rubber that we're putting in there. And we need to do the same thing on the inside too. So we're going to use this. You don't really want to use a grinding wheel or anything like that, because that gets it super hot, and you don't want to melt the rubber because then it won't stick as well. So this will work. They even have more coarse ones that have little holes in them. That's even better.
And this is called a tire grinding disc.
Yes.
And we've got it attached to a die grinder.
Wear eye protection and be prepared for a mess, because this is going to make one.
I should say that you can have this done at specialty tire shops, but it's hard to find those tire shops that will do vulcanizing. But if you're not capable of doing this yourself, it was what, about 50 bucks?
It was 50 bucks a tire.
And the reason that we're doing this ourselves is because we needed to do this quite a lot.
Yeah, there was some tires that we were running that we had to fix a lot of holes on at one point in time. So
about every ride we were fixing the tires. And the tire shop takes about a week. Is it about a week or so?
Yeah. For
them to do this? So we figured we'd give it a shot and try it on our own. Josh, you see those ribs in there? Mm-hmm. I was just looking up why they have ribs on the inside of a tire. Do you know why?
To protect its heart.
Apparently it's to help it release from the mold, but it also strengthens the tire and it helps heat dissipation.
Okay.
Interesting fact of the day.
Interesting fact. I don't know how that would help with strength, but if they say it does, we'll trust the engineers.
Ribs.
Ribs. So when you're grinding that out, you don't want to be into the cords too much. You want to kind of stop when you get to the cords. There's already a hole there, so you can get it out there. And if you want to get really fancy, I've seen guys take and sew the hole over. Just thread, go through the tire, come back up, go through it again, and that kind of puts the cords back in where the hole is. We're not gonna do that. I've got some cheesecloth that will lay in there.
There you go.
And cheesecloth isn't the greatest either. You'd want the fiberglass version of this for it to be really strong, but this is what we have, so this is what we're using.
This is going to be an off-road tire as well, so.
Yeah, this technically, even if it's done by the shop, they will tell you not to drive it on the road, even though their repair is stronger than the tire was to begin with. The spot that they repaired is stronger than the rest of the tire, but they still tell you not to drive it on the road.
Liability.
And it's not going to balance well.
Liability reasons. So don't try this at home, folks.
No, do this at home. Just don't drive it on the road.
Don't try this at home, folks.
Okay, now that's all ground out and cleaned up. You got to make sure you don't have any little flaps, because those flaps will trap air, and if you have air trapped in it, it's not going to work great. The next thing we're going to do is take this vulcanizing cement and lay it on there really thick. Really goop it on there. And go out the whole way. I'm going to take a little corner of this. This is how I'm doing it. Now your cushion gum. This is cheap stuff. This stuff can get really expensive quick. You want to keep it in the freezer because it does have a shelf life. You're going to cut it into little strips. And the first one we're going to do is going to be a little bit bigger though. And this is really pliable stuff. Stretch it out. That's why you do little strips, is because you're going to stretch it out pretty big anyways. Stretch it out and then just lay it in there. Anywhere there's overlaps, you want to roll it in real good and get out any air that's trapped in there.
Now, why little strips and little pieces instead of one big one?
Because if you have a big one, you're going to trap air. And if you have a big one, you're going to wind up building it up way out here, and you want it to kind of wind up flat out here. So you make sure you localize just in the center and get that built up first.
And all this is going to get melted?
All this is going to get melted. I almost like using this one.
So this is a screen tool right here that he's using. And this is a tire patch tool.
And it sticks together pretty good. Like, you'd be hard pressed to peel that up right now. You wind up doing this a lot.
How many times is a lot?
As many times as it takes.
Is it just going to take one cook or multiple cooks?
One cook. One cook.
One cook, but multiple little tiny pieces of rubber.
A lot of little pieces of rubber. Just kind of trying to meld the pieces together before you even meld the pieces together.
Happy with that?
It's ugly, but it'll work. We're gonna call that good for that side.
That's a lot of rubber in there for being as flatted as it is. Mm-hmm. Now what?
Now we gotta flip it over and do the same thing to the other side.
Right here?
Yeah, right there. On the inside, you want to be kind of careful because you don't want to push too hard in the center and push back out what you just packed in. So in the very center spot, you just want to use the little pieces to kind of pack inside there, put them in, and then start going over top of it. Same procedure, vulcanizing cement. So over top of that, we're going to put a regular patch. The pro shops do too.
Now that gets melted.
It gets
in
melted.
Between as well?
Yep.
Interesting. I would have thought you'd have melted it first and then put the patch on.
Nope, melt it right on there.
So I got these patches on Amazon. We'll leave a link for all these items for you, including the tool and the patches and the vulcanizing cement.
There, and that's just for extra insurance because why wouldn't you? Okay, now you're gonna pick which one of your feet you want to use. There's different shapes for, I guess, if you were going over the tread or whatever, you would have a different shape for, different sizes. I've been using the biggest ones. These follow the contour of the tire. The concave one on the outside, convex one on the inside. So your inside one's going to go on the bottom. Outside one on the top. Get it in there. Somewhat close. Slide your Mountain Dew can in there. Whatever your drink of choice is.
So once again, that's to keep it from sticking to the tire, correct?
Yeah, to keep this piece from sticking to the tire. And you'll see when we pull it off how well these are actually stuck to it.
Are we going to have aluminum cans stuck to the tire?
We are. And if you have the label down, it will actually print the label into it.
Oh, nice. Let's get a Dr. Pepper tire.
So you want to make sure that how that groove goes, that the groove, the convex is parallel with the tire. You don't want it to be turned so that the groove goes this way. You want it to follow the shape of the tire. Same thing on the inside. You just got to kind of, you got to feel it. Cover the whole patch the best you can. Anything that's not getting heated is not getting treated.
Did you come up with that?
I just did. Right on the spot. Clamp it down. Clamp the crap out of it.
Is that a technical
It is.
tightness?
Yes, the crap. And however you have it sitting, if it's bowed up like this, it's gonna make the tire shape like that. So this one's sitting okay, just like this, because it's a small tire, but on your big 40s and stuff, it's going to want to twist backwards, so you may have to put a block underneath it to hold it up. And this will leave kind of a lump in the side of the tire. That's the difference between a little machine like this and doing it the whole thing in a big oven, because it's not putting the stress on the tire. But just get it as even as possible, and that's not bad. So the next thing we're gonna do is get a blanket, make it all nice and cozy.
That seems like a fire waiting to happen.
Yeah, so does that thing. But we're still gonna drive it. Plug it in.
It's got some temperature settings on there. What do those do?
No, there's no temperature settings. All there is a timer and two switches. One of them's for the bottom and one of them's for the top. So put it right up to 60 minutes so you can see your power's on. Just let it crank for the whole 60 minutes.
60 minutes.
Yeah, I've seen the videos I was watching, people were putting it at 30 or 40, but I mean, if 30 or 40 is good, 60 is better. We're gonna leave this sit overnight, let it cook. The reason we're using the blanket is to kind of spread out the heat a little bit instead of being so localized in just the one section. It spreads the heat around, and then we're leaving it sit so that it cools off nice and slowly, kind of the same way you do when you're welding on cast.
Tire welding.
Tire welding. It's exactly what it is, tire welding. So we will see you tomorrow.
All right, guys, it's a new day. Let's go check on our tire here. Josh, have you looked yet?
I haven't looked yet.
All right, let's see what kind of disaster we have today.
Oh, I love touching these. So this is the devil's blanket.
We swapped this with the fiberglass blanket, which is great.
see the difference when the angle grinder. You can get it a lot smoother, but if you get it too hot, you'll start peeling it back up. You're melting it.
It is very warm now.
Yeah. Inside, we're covered up with the patch, so we don't need to do anything in there.
All right, guys, once you get that cleaned up, we got to put that back on the wheel. Josh had a good idea in that you could put the patched part on the inside, which is going to be less likely to get damage in the future, but for video purposes, we want you guys to be able to see that this actually works, so we're going to keep it on the outside for now. Lube that sucker up. Now this is going to be the toughest part. You got it. What do we need a tire machine for? You're useless. Keep your toes in, keep your toes in.
Alright. Now we'll try to spin it. Because I don't think I can get it any further than that. Need bigger people.
Woo! Look at that. That was easy. Is it going to hold?
Yes. I have faith.
Woo! So that is the spot right here where it got patched. You can see it. Now it's just Ohama instead of Yokohama. Just Ohama. Man, look at that. That is a professional job right there. Alright guys, real trick, the real test is the soapy water test. Check that out.
All good.
That tire is completely fixed, although it's off-road only now.
Yeah, and putting air in it kind of takes the wrinkle out of it.
Takes the warp out of it.
Yeah.
Alright, so we showed you how to completely fix a tire using a vulcanizer at home. Now you can have that done, or you can buy this little nifty tool. I'm going to leave the link to all of these parts that we used down below in the description. We're also going to use this tire in upcoming videos on our little buggy here. So if you want, make sure that you're subscribed so you can see those videos in the future. Otherwise, oh, not the thumbs down, the thumbs up.
It makes us feel good.
All right, thanks guys. We'll see you next time.